Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we're going to be doing a full face of hyped makeup. This is the look we're going to be creating in today's video. We have the new Blend Bunny Beauty Below palette. We have a new liquid bronzer from Juvia's Place. We have some new goodies from Danessa Myricks. We have the new Milk Makeup Skin Tint. There's so much to play with in today's video, so you already know the drill. Grab a snack, grab something to drink, and let's get into it. So we're going to start off with the eyes. I already went ahead and did the eye look because I really wanted to make sure I knew exactly what I wanted to do before I came on here and showed this palette. Can we just take a moment and look at this beautiful packaging of the Blend Bunny Beauty Below palette? This is the best packaging they've ever done, and the color story on the inside is beautiful. I truly cannot wait to get my hands on this to create a look. I used quite a few shades from this palette. Look at how beautiful this palette is. This palette is definitely in my top 5 from Blend Bunny. I love it. So let me show you exactly what I did to get this look. We're starting off with this shade called Abyss. I'm gonna start by packing this shade in my outer corner. Once I pack it, then I'm gonna blend it out here a little roughly. I'm just kind of sketching out the shape a little bit like I did on this side. These shadows are so pigmented. Next, we're gonna go in with Beacon on a different brush. If you haven't tried Blend Bunny and you're into eyeshadow, because I know a lot of people like to say eyeshadow is not popular anymore, which I do feel like there's some truth in that. I love me a good eyeshadow palette, and I love me a good colorful eyeshadow palette at that. And indie brands are still giving the people what they want. I'm just taking this shade right next to that deep blue and I'm just blending it together. Once again, just kind of following the shape that I want for this eye look. There's quite a bit of blending involved with this eye look, I will say. Next, I'm taking Beware the Mermaid. There is a really horrible storm happening right now in the southern states, and I just feel like it literally came out of nowhere. It is insane. So I know tonight is going to be a rough night because my Cali girl, she is very scared of like thunder and rain and all of that. So I'm gonna have to comfort her and cuddle with her all night. So yeah, I am prepared for it to be a rough night for her. As you can see, I'm just taking this green shade right in the inner corner and blending it right into the purple. And like I said, there's gonna be a good bit of blending involved. Taking a little more of that purple and putting it right back in the center because I started to lose it a bit. Then I'm going to take this shade called Siren Shriek. I'm going to take this shade right here and blend it into that dark blue. Because I have it a little bit here, and I'm just going to kind of blend both of these shades back and forth in the outer wing that I did with this shadow. Now I'm going to take some of this P. Louise base. This is in the shade Baby Blue, and I'm going to use this to give myself a half cut crease. Listen, I still love me a good cut crease, okay? I live for a cut crease. Now for the fun part, the shimmers. I'm going to take this shimmer first called Immerse, and this is going to be my inner corner shimmer. Look at how beautiful that is. I cannot get over how stunning this shade is. Of course, I had to go in with this blue. When I opened up this palette, this was the first shade that caught my eye. I was like, I have to use this in this eye look. Look at how beautiful this is. This literally looks like the sea or something. This color is beautiful. And I'm just going to blend that blue into that lighter blue that we went in with, so it's nice and blended. So I don't want this blue to take over. I just want it to be like a hint of color in the outer part of the eye, like you can see on this side. And then I'm going back into that brush I went in with that very first dark blue. And I'm just gonna feather in the outer corner into that blue. I love this palette. Also love how it's separated into quads too, which is a little bit different of a layout than we've seen from Blend Bunny. This is a quad, this is a quad, this is a quad. If you have trouble kind of figuring out what kind of looks you want to do, what colors to pair with what, she has it laid out for you in quads, which I really, really love. From the packaging to the color story, I am so in love with this palette. Let's move on to the base. We have these two products from Danessa Myricks that I've been seeing all over the internet. Now, I've already tried both of these new products, and of course, I'm going to try it out for you today. We have a new shade in the Yummy Skin Glow Serum. This is in the shade Fresh Pressed. And then we have a new formula in the Blurring Balm Powder. This is a Radiant Finish Blurring Balm Powder. Y'all already know. I love the Blurring Balm Powder, and I'm literally scraping the sides on this. I think I have about maybe 4 more uses, if that, on this product. So the key ingredients with the Radiant Finish is that it has Upsilite, which helps to absorb sweat and oil with a maximum blur. We also have hyaluronic acid, and we also have olive-derived vegan squalene. I'm gonna do the Radiant one on this side of the face. If you tried the Blurring Balm Powder and you just felt like you weren't the biggest fan and you just felt like that finish just wasn't for you, you might really like this finish because it gives you more of a lit from within kind of glow. But I also love that they still kept that Upsilite in here, which is going to help absorb the oils. So if you have oily skin, you can go for the Radiant Finish if that's your vibe. Look at that. See how it just gives a subtle glow? Nothing too intense, which I really appreciate, but it also still dries down to that powdered finish, which is really nice. Now on this side, we're going to use the Yummy Skin Glow Serum. Now one thing I love about this product is that anybody can use any of the shades. They all have a little bit of a tint to them, but once you put it on the skin, it literally blends into the skin. You can't even really see the tint to it. If you're not familiar with these have hyaluronic acid, niacinamide, and antioxidants, and they smell delicious, by the way. Smells very, very good. So we're gonna do the pink one on this side. I feel like I probably put too much just now. They smell so good and it feels so hydrating. I feel like if you want more of that hydration on the skin, you might prefer this product over the Radiant Blurring Balm Powder. So on this side, we have the Glow Serum, and then on this side, we have the Radiant Blurring Balm Powder. You can definitely see the difference between both of these. Of course, this one gives you a lot more hydration, and then this one, you still get that radiant finish, but you also get that blurred out look. So I like both of these. There's a time and a place for both of these. And once again, Miss Danessa doesn't disappoint. Next super hype product is this right here from Milk Makeup. They just came out with the Hydro Grip Gel Skin Tint. This right here is a really beautiful skin tint. Less is definitely more with this product, I will say. So I have mine in the shade 12, and it is a really nice skin tint. I wear tested this and I found that this skin tint wore really, really nicely throughout the day. And this is one that I immediately put into my everyday makeup drawer after wear testing it because I just felt like it gave me the hydration that I needed, but I also really loved how it looked on the skin. It looked more skin-like than anything. So I was like, everyday makeup drawer, you go. I have combo skin, so I definitely do make sure to go in with some sort of oil control primer whenever I wear this skin tint. But if you are looking for a new skin tint, this is definitely a great one to check out. It's also jam-packed with a lot of skincare, so if that's your vibe, you're probably really gonna like this. But I will say this skin tint will definitely be in my Sephora recommendations video. Spoiler alert, because it's a really great skin tint, and I think it took Milk like 3 years to formulate, and for good reason. The next product I have is from Juvia's Place. I was just in my local Ulta today. I stumbled on some new liquid bronzers. So I picked up the shade Rich Cocoa. This is the second to deepest shade. This is what it looks like. It has the exact same packaging as the liquid blushes. Okay, so this is the shade here. I think that's actually going to be a really nice shade for me. If there's one thing I know, it's Juvia's Place's products are very pigmented. So I'm just going to work off the back of my hand. Now, this is a new product to me, but I have a feeling once these actually hit more Ulta stores, it's probably going to go viral and be really hyped, just like their liquid blushes. I am really liking how that looks. It says, instantly achieve a flawless sun-kissed airbrushed vacation look with our bronze liquid bronzer. This advanced, sweat-proof, and long-wearing formula melts into skin, leaving an airbrushed, seamless finish with blurring and hydrating ingredients. So yeah, that already is looking really good. I can't tell if it's the Milk skin tint or this bronzer formula, but it's kind of glowy, but maybe that could be the Milk skin tint since the Milk skin tint is super glowy. So like I said, this is the shade Rich Cocoa. I really, really like this. I do hope that we see more bronzers. This one is really, really nice. It's getting me excited for summer, and it's actually bronzing me. You know, sometimes brands say it's a bronzer, but really they lean a lot more cool tone than you would want. This is the perfect bronzer shade. Truly. The next super hype product we're going to be using today is the Juvia's Place Cream Blushes. Everywhere I swipe, I see these blushes. So we're going to use one of these today. Last time I used Wild Rose, but I'm thinking I want to use Very Berry. I feel like that's going to go the best with this. See, this berry shade looks more red than anything. I could do terracotta. Okay, we're gonna do the berry shade because I really do feel like this might just go the best with this. I have another blush I want to use as well, but we're just gonna... Okay, maybe this wasn't the right blush to use, but I feel like I'm pretty much committed now. We're already committed. We're just gonna go into it. Really pretty. I really do like this blush formula. It's not as pigmented as the liquid blushes, and it has more of like a glowy, dewy kind of finish. Okay, I feel like this shade could work. Once I put concealer on and everything, it'll look good. So for concealer, we have the Made by Mitchell Brighten Concealer. Made by Mitchell is really taking over in the US, and I feel like Mitchell is preparing us for something big because I've been seeing him talk about, you know, his brand getting ready to come to the US, but I already feel like his brand is taking over the US. It's everywhere. This is a newer product that I tried from him that I really, really love. I'm such a huge fan of Made by Mitchell. I really love this concealer. It's getting a lot of hype, and for good reason. It is very, very good. When I tell y'all I've been using this concealer every single day, I'm not kidding. It has truly become one of my favorite concealers in my collection because I just love the finish of it, but I also love the coverage of it as well. I love the shade of this concealer. It kind of has like a soft matte finish too, so I love that. And it doesn't dry down really fast, so you have time to work with it. You can even let it sit and marinate before you blend it out, or you can blend it out right away. I love it. It's such a nice concealer. I'm really shook that I love this concealer so much because I tried out his bulk concealer. That was not my favorite product. It had a glowy finish, and I just was not vibing with that concealer at all. But do you just see how beautiful this blends out into the skin? This concealer is perfect for every day, but it's also really good for, you know, full glam makeup looks too. I don't have a powder, so I'm just gonna quickly set with my Lunar Beauty translucent powder. It's gonna lightly set the blush down a little bit. I am gonna go ahead and go in with a little powder bronzer. I always do this step, so I'm just gonna take some of my Make Beauty powder bronzer. Next up, we have the new Say Super Suede blushes. I picked up the shade Grazy. I really wanted to get that vibrant pink, but when I went in store and I swatched it, it was pulling very, very ashy on me. So we're gonna use this shade today. So let's see. I am gonna swatch it first for you so you can see this shade. And these are baked blushes. I love me a baked blush, y'all. It's not swatching the best, but we're gonna put it on the cheeks. See, look at how pretty. It just has like that subtle radiance to it. It's not overly glowy, which I like. I've been seeing a lot of people talking about these blushes. Same thing with the Tower 28 blushes. I believe this is the deepest shade in the line. I would love to see more shades, okay? I feel like I say that a little too often when it comes to a lot of these newer releases. I'd love to see more shades. I feel like this blush gives more blush topper. I wonder if all of the shades are like that because it is a baked formula and a lot of baked blushes are not overly pigmented at all. Let's finish this eye look before we move on to the lips. I'm just gonna go on with my NYX Epic Wear liner. This is in the shade Blue Trip. That looks really good. I'm gonna take the blue and the purple and basically just do exactly what I did in my crease on the waterline. Or lash line. So moving on to lips, the next product is from Juvia's Place, and it is their new Longwear lip liners. This is another product I see a lot of people talking about and a lot of people hyping up, and this is also really good as well. I just feel like they've been coming out with a lot of really good products. I'm gonna use the shade Cola to line my lips. Next product is the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb Shimmer Sticks. These are so beautiful. I've been using the shade Fenty Glow any chance that I get, but I think today I'm gonna go in with Fussy because I haven't really been using Fussy a lot, but these are so beautiful and you really can see that shimmer in these. Look at that. That is so pretty. I really prefer this formula over the original Gloss Bomb Sticks because I'm a sucker for anything with shimmer in it. I just feel like it really brings everything together in this lip combo. Very, very pretty. It goes so well with this look. Last super hype product is also from Fenty Beauty. We have the Fenty Beauty You Mist Setting Spray. I've raved about this setting spray any chance that I got, and it is such a great setting spray. This is definitely going to be one that I'm going to repurchase once I run out. If you want something that's going to give you a natural finish but really help the longevity of your makeup, that is this spray right here. Love it. I really cannot get over this palette. The shades in here are so beautiful. I really liked the Juvia's Place liquid bronzer too. This is going in the everyday makeup drawer. All of these products are hyped for good reason. I hope you all enjoyed today's video. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me, and I'll catch you in my next video. Bye guys.